What is up, everyone? Welcome to Mechs on Deck. It is Wednesday, September 9th, and today we are joined by StashBuildsBoards. How you doing?
What's going on, brother? How's everyone doing today? What's going on, chat? Alex, I see you over there. Hello, beautiful. How are you?
Dude, I'm doing well. Chewy, how are you doing?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Osiris. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
birthday.
Thank you. Appreciate
Happy
it.
birthday. It's been a week. It's been a
old.
week. But happy birthday.
Another year, brother.
Yeah, you know how it is.
Brez, you know who's in charge of that one. So
wait, I thought I fixed it.
It might be because in like on Twitch or like on the Mechs on Deck announcement, because it started and then it sent everybody. So yeah, that's one.
Is it the Dirty 30?
Happy birthday. It is not the Dirty 30. I won't confirm or deny what age it is, but it is not the Dirty 30.
It's 28. I'll confirm.
Oh, let's go. I turned 28 in 11 days, brother.
Ooh.
There it is.
Well, happy early birthday to you as well. Also, thanks Langlandia for the 10 months tier 1 saying you're a jerk. I know.
What's up, Lang? What's up, dude?
Oh, man.
So, younglings. What, Odos? You're like 50, right? Odo's secretly like 55 years old.
I think so.
No, dude, but I'm doing all right because like it's been a week. Like my brain has just been like turned off and turned into autopilot at work. So
first week back.
First week back with so for those who don't know, I work in education, and this week is the first. We did 3 weeks of like online learning, and then now we're doing a combination of both online and in person, and in person started this week. So it's been a adjustment period, to say the least.
Also, shout outs to Wasabi Future for the Twitch Prime and Zor Clicky Clack earlier for the tier 1 for 13 months. Man,
dang,
it's crazy that we've been streaming for over a year, that we've had the sub button for over a year, all of that. Yeah,
I guess the max is what, like 15 or 16 right now,
something like that.
So yeah, that's weird.
It's weird.
It's just like a part of life now at this point. Like it's been going for so long. It's like it's what I do on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays.
Yeah.
Did you Zoom? I didn't Zoom from here, so we actually like went into work and then did that. But it was funny in some of the like online meetings where I was at home. They're like, "What the shit?" Like everyone's on their like Chromebook cameras, and I'm like, I don't have a way to make it. I don't have like a normal webcam right now, so
Oh, so you're on there looking all professional for work.
just flexing.
Nice.
Just flexing on him with his fancy lights and everything.
Well played.
Gnarly Charlie for you.
Solid.
Thank you for the 69 bits. Nice. I want to give a quick shout out to our awesome sponsors and partners. You will hear from them later more, but Dixie Mech, Project Keyboards, Canon Keys, and switchmod.net, as well as our awesome partners, Zap Cables, Type Beast, and Smith and Rune. We will hear more details from them later. But guys, Stash Builds Boards has been on the streaming scene for a hot minute now. One of the few streamers that streams on Sundays. The
Sundays
Sunday the Stash Sunday builds always enjoyable to check out. So Stash Builds Boards, welcome.
Thank you, brother. Yeah, it's been a busy week for me too, man. Started a new job. Most of my chat, if anyone's in here, you guys know about it. Me telling everyone I was leaving my last job because my wife's pregnant. So,
congratulations!
Thank you, appreciate it, man.
Congratulations. When is she due? When are you?
Late March or first week of April. So,
okay.
Which her birthday is April 9th.
You could have a fool. You could
never know.
Have a fool. Well, guys, yeah. If you hit exclamation point guest, it will take you to a link to his channel. Please go give it a follow. And what days other than Sunday? What days do you stream outside of Sundays?
Generally, I stream Thursdays and Sundays. Though with the new job, I don't know if that's still going to work. I may change the Thursdays to another day. That's to be announced. Sundays are always though. You guys will always see me Sundays. So, but the other day could change. Thursdays for now, but that may change to Wednesdays. Maybe probably not Wednesdays. I like to watch you guys Wednesdays. So maybe Friday. Maybe we'll see. We'll see. If it's not Thursday, maybe Friday. But second day will still be confirmed eventually. Let me figure out the new job. Yeah.
get a couple weeks under your belt.
Exactly. First week just now. So a couple more weeks and we'll have it down pat.
But as I assume that you've at least seen maybe one or two of our episodes, we like to do a fast four. So I'm going to start you off with the fast four, the top 4 favorite switches.
Switches. All right. I'm a linear boy, by the way. I know you guys are. You guys in your tactile game.
I think the technical term, according to Lang, will be linear queen. So.
Okay. All right, Lang. I see you over there.
So is it linear queen, tactile king, and clicky fool?
I think so. That's Joker. Yeah, it's got to be one of those for sure. So probably not in a specific order. Maybe definitely top 4 H1s, alpacas. Can I throw in some Franken switches here?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, cherry housings with ultra high molecular weight polyethylene stems are insane. Love it. Sounds amazing. I have cherry blue housings, and I took those guys apart, spring swapped, filmed them, put the ump stems in there. Primo. If you guys want to check it out, I have a Key Cult 165 build. We'll watch it. Those are really good. And then I will throw a tactile in there. Those koalas were really nice. Those were pretty nice for a tactile. I was a big fan. So I'll leave the 4th for a tactile.
Okay.
Not full linear gang.
I haven't actually used koalas. I've used a couple of the other JWK T1 variants, nice. But
I built a S7 Elephant with them, and it's came out fire. Really good. That's actually the build that made me go, man, I could use tactiles again.
Oof. Might bring you back over.
Maybe. Maybe not bring me fully back over, but I might do a build for some tactiles,
Bring you to the fun side of keyboard hobbies.
Oh, geez.
But next up will be your top 4 favorite key sets.
Key sets. Cafe, even though I don't have it, that's definitely in my top 4. I plan to get that somehow, some way. I'll get it.
It's been a busy, Lang. If you're watching, I just want to let you know the GMK Cafe is a beautiful set. I
It
missed
is
a couple
very
days
beautiful
telling
set.
you, but I've been busy.
I need cafe. Anyways, I really am a big fan of white on black. It's probably one of my top sets. Kind of a basic bitch for it, but whatever. Hate me if you want to. Bento's really good. That was one of my early sets that I liked whenever the first round happened. And camping is number 1 for me. So number 1 overall is camping. But
My guy.
yeah, camping takes the cake for me. I will say, if I can throw an honorable mention in there, Hamon is like, it was hard for me not to put that in that list, but it's up there. I have every kit for Hamon. I have everything for that. So like,
I
that's
enjoy Hamon looking at it on boards.
love
I
that.
don't like red.
Really? Yeah, I get
wearing a
that.
maroon shirt.
I mean, I get it though. If you don't like red,
being in my favorite set, but and OG camping, gnarly Charlie for you. Come on, none of that.
OG camping, dude. The first round. Come on.
Don't need subs. Don't need.
So
subs.
I did buy the R2 novelties and spacebar kit because I got those spaceBars from you. I can't handle them. I can't do the shift spaces. Yeah. So I went ahead and bought R2 spacebar kit just to have the convex ones.
The extras.
Mm-hmm.
So next up, top 4 favorite boards.
Okay. That one's a lot harder. All right, let me put a little thought into this guy. I really like the unicorn. That's one of my top 4. It's a great board. Some people hate on it and say, "Oh, it's a fancy tray mount." Hate all you want, dude. Use it. It's a nice board. Try it. They're pretty solid. I built a JO2, actually Josh's JO2, IMEURUs. That thing was really fucking nice, man. It's pretty cool. I like that board a lot. So I'm really excited for the JO2. I think that's going to be in there, but it's not here yet. So I don't know if I can put that in my top 4.
I mean, if you built it and typed on it, I feel like
no, JO2. It's not here yet.
Oh,
you built a JO1. I think you said
I built the
JO1.
Yeah. I built the JO1, but that made me excited for the JO2, and I think that's going to be in my top 4. I would say it.
I've talked about it before about like how at this exact moment the Keycolt 160 is one of the best gasket mounted 60% boards because the JO2 is not out and the 10 isn't out. So there's just not a lot of competition.
Exactly.
The Polaris is there, but that's,
it's good, but
it's a solid one. And then like the Goose Kit is, it's out there floating around, but
in comparison, I guess.
In comparison, there's just not a lot of competition. Like 65%, there's competition for days. But yeah, there you go.
and the wrist rest. I mean, it matches the board. They made them to go with it. Gave them a 1-up. So Keycolts though, those are. I'm not gonna say both of them, the 160 and 165. I'll say the 165 just because I prefer a 65% layout. Sorry, Chewy.
Okay,
over 60 myself, I do. So I'll say the 165's in there. The JO2, even though it's not here, I'm gonna put that in there if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
If
that's
not,
fine.
okay. We had the unicorn. 4th, man.
Four is always tough because it's the first, it's the last. It's like, what are you leaving out?
Yeah. And I've used a lot of boards now. Probably my OSA, because it made me like full blown fall in love with the layout. Like I liked the layout when I got the acrylic one, and I thought, man, this is pretty cool. But then I got the OSA, and it's like, whoa, man, this thing's a monster. It's a beast. You guys know that thing's thick.
You're looking at the only people that own a gray OSA.
That's true. Yeah, we have all 3 of them are in this
right here
in this stream.
What I love is I actually have a chance to use it at work now because I'm at work, and I took it up to work because I found a mini USB. I had to use a different PCB from an old.
Oh, I was about to say what?
But
Do you need another PCB?
I've got one unbuilt, but I don't have the
Me too.
patience. The patience to build it to like completely like diodes
you gotta-
and everything build it. And I don't have the patience for that. But
Man, I just built a Discipline 65.
but no, it's I went through that fun experience. But yeah, I had mine with alpacas, and I just absolutely love it. There you go. There you go. It's a
blast.
rewarding build.
It is. When I plugged it in and that light turned on and it said setting up, I was like, "Oh shit, boys!"
Like
we're in there.
You do like the you stand up and do like the Tiger Woods. Yes.
I literally stood up, and I'm pretty sure I yelled something along the lines of some sort of act of vulgarity. And I told the board to vulgar. I don't know how to say that word because it's not a word. To act in a vulgar way towards me. So when I got it to work,
Yeah.
So
there you go.
You can fill in the blanks however you want.
Yeah,
it's a rewarding build.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
It definitely was, man. When I plugged it in and it worked, I was like, okay, we're moving up in the world, boys.
Yeah, and doing one of those like from start to finish on stream would be so frustrating because it would take so long.
I did.
Dude, I thought about it. I'm not gonna lie, but I didn't do it.
I got it working and then did the rest of the build because I remember the funny part is I didn't realize someone was like, "Hey, can I send you a build?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" And then like he shipped it, and I was like, "Sorry, what again is it?" And he was like, "It's this." And I looked up, I was like, "Oh shit."
Ooh,
yeah. I remember telling Osiris, I was like, "Do you want to build this?" And he was like, "Nope."
Not at all.
I was like, all right, yeah, I got this. I'll figure it out.
Yeah. He hit me up and he told me what it was at least, so I was prepared
I'm sure he
for
told
it.
me at first, but I just didn't read into it. I was like, I'm sure, whatever. I've seen that word, Discipline 65. Why not?
Send it this way. It's a 65. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things when you're doing stuff like that, when you're on stream, because like y'all know when you're building on stream, you have to resist the urge of like dipping your head down and like getting in there to look at things.
Oh, yeah.
And so when you're trying to do something like that on stream, and you're trying to do it like somewhat far back, it's hard because you're like, you don't really know.
Yeah, so many small little holes, dude. And you try to do that Type C port, man. Good luck, dude.
Yeah, it'd be a quiet stream. It's like you're just like
you'd be too into it.
It takes thought. You're sitting there like you have to. It's like you're reading instructions on how to put stuff, and finding stuff. There's no time.
Which ones?
Yeah, and you're measuring. And it took me like 4 hours to get the PCB built. I'm like, that's not even building the keyboard. That's just to get the PC. Now I took little breaks, but even then, like it's just.
Yeah, I think I knocked it out in 2 hours last night. I did the whole thing. About 8 o'clock I started, and I went to bed at 10. So,
well, we're gonna move into the final question of the Fast Four, the one that has nothing to do with keyboards. Your top 4 favorite foods.
Velveeta shells and cheese. Fuck what you heard. I'll eat that shit for meals. I do eat it as a meal.
There you go.
Pizza. I'm a pizza guy. I like pizza a lot. Let's see.
You post a lot of good food on your Insta, so
I make a lot of food. I do cook a lot. Actually, in there is going to be the hot chicken Alfredo I've been making. It's kind of some off the head shit, but man, homemade Alfredo sauce is the move. If you guys aren't making homemade Alfredo sauce,
and it's
I know your wife probably is.
I was like, I say like, oh yeah, it's I don't fucking make it. My wife. I just measure out the ingredients.
Yeah, she don't cook. I got to do all that part. She don't cook. But that's cool. Whatever. Let's see. 4th. Fourth one's kind of hard.
It's the hardest in all of these because it's like there's so many contenders for that 4th spot in all of these questions.
It really is, dude. He says a burger. Nah, burgers are good, but nah. Dude, actually, Was Jack Brown's here? Wait, have you guys ever been to a place called Jack Brown's? Okay, Wagyu beef burgers from Jack Brown's takes my fourth spot. So good, dude. I used to eat them like 3 nights a week, and I swelled up, and then I stopped eating them. But they're so good. Yeah. So you said a burger, we'll go with a burger. How about it? But specifically a Wagyu beef burger from Jack Brown's, and it has mac and cheese on it and barbecue chips. So
Get that,
it's a very
that,
specific,
that creamy and crunchy.
dude. It's a specific burger.
I dig it.
That sounds good. Yes. Yes. It's smacking.
Wagyu beef. Hell yeah. So yeah, it's so guys, Stash, we're gonna ask you because yesterday, apologies for missing out. It's a tough day. First yesterday was my first day back, and I remember messaging Osiris at like 10:30, and I just was dealing with something at work, and he was like, ooh, like
do not envy you right now.
So I was like, yeah, it's just like I was like, what are we talking about tonight? He was like, are you even going to be good tonight? I was like, probably not. He's like, let's just postpone it to tomorrow. So we didn't get to show off what's on our desk this week. So Stash, we'll have you start us off. Did you get anything cool in the mail, and what are you typing on?
Okay. Did I get anything cool in the mail? Yeah, actually. Let me show off this little board here. Let me show this little guy off, and then I'll show off what I'm typing on. So this is a project that my buddy has been working on.
You sent me this.
Yeah.
That's
so
sweet.
This is the Hinoki prototype, a wooden ergo layout, or Alice layout, as most people call it, I guess. I like to call it ergo layout because I feel like it's accurate. This thing's fire, though. I am building this very soon. Probably, if not this Sunday, next Sunday. This is my carbon fiber plate. He sent it to me without a plate and PCB for me to just build and use for a little bit, so just to play with. But I'm going to use a carbon fiber plate in this. Oof. And of course, you know what's going on this board, right, Chewy?
Oh, camping! Come on.
It'll look great with the wood.
Camping and wood always looks
so good, so good. Okay, and typing on, I am using Review for the Tube. Sent me this. He's in chat now. A Honeyboard 60 with 9009.
Ooh, that was on a keyboard of the week last week.
Yeah. So I got this built with inks, lubed and filmed on an aluminum plate. It is an aluminum plate, though it looks brass. It's just colored. And that thing's fire. And my sponsor, Typer Tools, sent me this desk pad, right? I just got to show this off real quick because it matches this keyboard so well. This keyboard's been on my desk for like a week, right? Mm-hmm. It's blue with 9009 on it. And I've had it on a black desk pad because I didn't have anything to match this. What the fuck?
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, it's a sweet desk mat.
Right?
And the art is not covered by the keyboard. Just
Exactly. And the color in the hair is like the same color as the accents on 9009. And the blue down here is the same color as the keyboard. Like, it's nutty. I opened this thing and I almost shit my pants, dude. I was like, what? There's no way. So that's what I'm typing on. And I like it a lot. Pretty nice board. Shout out to Review. Thanks, brother.
Hell yeah.
What about you, Chewy? What are you typing on? Did you get any fun mail?
It's in pieces. Like, I opened it up to check to ensure that everything came in and was not in any way, shape, or form damaged. But the JL1, which by the way came in fine condition, that I'm building for someone, came in, but it's also, I didn't like sit down and like sort of put it. I haven't dealt with it at all. Outside of just ensuring. So that came in. The JL1 will be built this Saturday at 2 p.m. So it'll be a fun build. I just haven't. I would have to. They're all like individually wrapped. Like everything's
pieces.
It's in pieces. So I didn't want to pull it out right now. But I know my. Oh, you know what? This is something I've been meaning to show off, and I keep forgetting. Can I see your wrist rest? So I got a wrist rest. I need to look up the company name because it starts with an A, and I am going to mess it up. I know I'm going, and I unplugged my keyboard and then started typing.
Sometimes it'd be like that.
Slipping, brother.
So let's see. I am sorry that I've forgotten the name of this because it starts with an A, and I keep wanting to say Auramek. Yeah, okay, it's Auramek. Auramek sent this out. This is a wrist rest. This is a resin wrist rest. I used it for a little bit, but it was kind of a gift for my wife. She likes the purple. It's good. It's a little warped. I said I would give my 100% honest opinion. You can kind of tell that it is not 100% flat, but we weren't, we used it to where it's warped upwards, and then it doesn't come with bump on, so I just used some. When you run a group buy, you can't buy perfect amounts of bump ons, so I have like 200 extra bump ons.
You probably got a couple sheets of them, huh?
Yeah, for the buck. So I put some of those on. It's pretty good. It's a flat, so there's no like angle to it, but I know she likes it. I typed on it for a little bit. I enjoy it. It's smooth. Gets the job done. So Auramek, whenever he runs these, I know he doesn't run them all the time, but it looks really cool. It's got like a 3D effect to it whenever.
See, I want to make some resin ones. That'd be really cool. I haven't played with resin too much yet, but I've made wood. I can make all kinds of stuff out of wood.
Yeah, that looks sweet. Like the nebula theme. Yeah, I saw Stash. I saw you did that recently as well.
Yeah, I made this one. And then this was just made, obviously it's the same piece of wood, but I made it to look like it's like an old shipwreck or something, old piece.
There you go.
It's harder to see on camera. It has a little more detail in person. But so yeah, I made these guys this weekend.
So, but I should be getting a solid. Next week should be a solid mail week. I should be getting in a keycap set, hopefully, fingers crossed, and some artisans that my wife got. So
I didn't.
And so this is what I am typing on this week is the Singa round 1 that I built back in May. It's got Holy Pandas, Modern Dolch, artisans from Prime Caps, Sodi Caps, and CYO. 3 favorite artisan makers. So love this. I just posted the picture of my collection on Instagram. Next to the rest. So and I'll be posting them in order of how I got them. So tomorrow's post will be OSA. So be sure if you want to learn more about that board and what I think of it. Stay tuned on Instagram.
Follow him on Instagram.
Thank you for the tier 1 sub for 11 months. Appreciate that. And Jack Statics a while ago didn't say thanks, but thank you for the 14 months. Appreciate that. For me, my mail day and what's on my desk is kind of the same. It's like in one. We posted this on Instagram the other day. It's my Sirius that I put GMK Bingsu on.
Ooh, Bingsu looks good on light, dude. Yeah,
this is actually Chewy's idea, so shout out to Chewy. He was like, yeah, it'll look great on the Sirius, because I was going to put it on the Plum 165, but I threw it on here, and man, yeah, it looks super, super clean. It looks really good. So
how's the comparison next to the Plum 65 though?
It's pretty close. It's not like exact, which I think I wouldn't like it as much if it was exact. But it looks good. It's like how my Baka, how the OD green is not quite perfect to
olive.
Perfect to olive, but it looks really clean together. So
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's what I got on my desk, and I've missed this board. I haven't used this my Sirius in a while. It's got the Nolives, the 63.5 gram creams, basically.
Yeah,
and dude, it feels so clean. It feels so good.
Sounds good too. I know you haven't had caps on it in forever.
Yeah,
and that was probably the winning argument. As I was like, you don't have to take caps off of one board, you just put it on that. It's sitting there waiting for you.
Yeah. Yeah, it looked pretty good. You didn't review. Also, what's going on, Disco Crocodile? How are you?
Disco. Man, Disco, where you been? I feel like I haven't talked to you in forever. I'm sorry, bud.
He's been
He
busy
disappeared
with
on my
Hyper.
face for a bit.
I'm really bad at keeping up with people. Like,
I hope you were you in here for the shout out, Disco? I wasn't. I hope you were.
He showed off
Okay,
your new mat. Looks great.
Yeah, I tried.
Like whenever we brought Netflock back on, like we just hadn't talked to him in forever, like pretty much a year. And we were like, "Sup, dude?
Where you been?"
It's like it's it's not like any time had passed. Just like just good friends
Yeah.
talking. Like we were, we had planned to meet up at KeyCon, Rip KeyCon.
Yeah. R.I.P. dude. I was on my birthday. It was on my birthday.
Whenever it got moved back.
Yeah, it got moved to September 20th on my birthday, and I was gonna be there.
That would have
been so much fun.
A solid birthday.
Bro, it was gonna be lit. Denver on my birthday? KeyCon? Yeah, it'd have been fire. But nope.
It happens.
Damn Rona, bro.
So
The dang Rona.
Damn Rona, bro.
So I want to ask, you've been in the hobby for a hot minute now. Yeah, I like that your camera froze right on you drinking. That was
Did it?
Yeah. It's like
Did it unfrozen?
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
You're good, but it was just funny because it was like it was like chug, man. So how did you get into the hobby? You've been in for a hot minute now. And,
I started like everybody else with the pre-builds, but I did go with the Poker 3. That was kind of my entry into something cool. Like other than, Corsair, I had quite a few Corsair, K65, K95, all those. I did like the smaller one, which I think was the K65. I think that was like the TKL sized one.
Mm-hmm.
So I used that for a little while, and then I found a Poker 3 with the aluminum case on Facebook, like locally, and I just grabbed that from somebody for like $80, dude. And that thing was pretty cool. Like it go into an aluminum case. I was like, yeah, this is a lot nicer. And then I just from there it's just downhill. I bought a desoldering gun. I fucking desoldered the switches out of it. Put new switches on that. Bought another Poker 3 from some guy that was locally on Facebook. Put another build. Actually bought a PCB and plate for that, and then put a build in that one. And then I bought a Space 65 and a M65 when those dropped. No, that's about it. Downhill, man. It snowballed. Now it's like, oh man.
Yeah, it hits hard and it hits fast.
Man, dude, I'll tell you what.
It's interesting. I feel like I haven't heard of poker, like heard the name poker in a long time. I feel like they were They were real big for a while, and then they've kind of fallen off as of late.
I feel like in 2015, 2016, poker was like they had a name a little bit. You know what I mean? Like for pre-builts at least, because it was an aluminum case, and you had a couple of choices for switches. You didn't have to get blues or reds. So yeah, I feel like it had a little bit of a name for itself, but definitely was a good. What do you call it? It was a good
gateway drug.
Gateway. Exactly. It was the gateway. Yeah. You knew exactly what I was going for.
Yeah, it's because there are a lot of people that have been in the hobby for a few years now that say, "Oh, I started off on poker." Osiris has talked about this in an extent for a little bit about like kind of easing your way into the hobby, finding out what you like, and kind of not paying your dues. Sounds gatekeepy because it makes it sound like you can't enjoy what you have without.
No, but I do feel like you get more enjoyment out of it taking steps. I agree with you guys' theory on that. I do.
And so there's a lot of like, now it's kind of like you hop in and like Tofu's still a great board, but the Tofu is so much better than like a lot of things that we had when we first started. And then you're now getting these awesome boards from like Cannon Keys. Like they're releasing like the Savage and Wrecked and
Brutalist lineup.
Yeah, Brutal. And and then like the NK65 boards, like these are just super cool boards that people are into. Yeah, and then the price points are fantastic. And then yes, it is harder to get, but I hear people that are like, oh, my first board was a Sirius. I'm like, you fucking lucky son of a bitch.
I mean, solid board to start out with, and I don't think it's like too crazy. I don't think it's too crazy, but like, yeah, no, I'm definitely of the group of like, kind of work your way up of like going through the different brands, like get something that's reasonable to start out with, then
start with KBD.
Yeah, and then move up.
And then can't get one of the other ones that are, so limited. You know what I mean? Like, good luck getting an NK65. Good luck getting a Brutal 65, whatever. They're going to restock continuously. They've announced that. But
I am curious to know in the day when that slows down, or if it's just going to continually get bought up.
I don't know, man. I've been in multiple hobbies, and like, in my opinion, things do slow down at a point. Not to say the bubble's going to pop, like some people are saying, but I do think things will plateau.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's anytime soon, honestly, because
I don't see it happening this year, or maybe even next year.
Because we've had this conversation. We talked about it all the way back to one of our very first episodes when talking about how, like, in April of 2019, there was like a bajillion key sets running, and they all hit MOQ. And we thought, oh, this is a bubble, it's going to pop. And then now things are selling out like in insane times. Like, I think
they're selling ridiculous amounts of numbers in group buys, and then extra sales are gone in milliseconds.
Dude. And like the time TKO was like, I think it was like 500 slots was open for like a day. Like,
that's quick.
It was like 36 hours in total. Like, oh, like that's crazy. And it was 500 slots.
Yeah.
It's insane. And one thing, Captain Watto, not saying going from a Ducky to a JO1 is not a bad thing, because like, one, fucking lucky shit, dude.
Major jump there, bud.
I guess one thing is, maybe if you there's a chance to stop when you started something a little bit less expensive, there's a chance to go, ooh, I really like this, I'm good.
Yeah.
You go to that, you're like, oh, it could be like this, but 236 seconds, good lord. But yeah, it's one of those things where it's like it's not inherently bad jumping into something super duper premium, but
Captain,
you definitely, like, as someone who went from a Tada and a Tina, if you guys remember what the Tina is, which is weird saying that, because it's like there are a lot of people in the hobby that have no idea what a KBD fan's Tina is.
Yeah, that's old. Most people in the hobby these days won't know what that is.
Yeah, and I love my Tina is one board where I'm like, I could have not sold that and been fine. But and then kind of moving through the motions, and where it was like, oh, now when I get this, I really, really like it. But the other thing too is, like, it was hard to get this super duper premium product back then too. It was harder to obtain.
There weren't as many things running back then too. Like few and far between for those.
Dude, it was like key sets, like maybe one a month, max 2 a month. And it was like sometimes there would be months where no key sets would run, which is like
crazy
to think about now.
Y'all remember when key sets didn't hit MOQ?
Oh yeah, I remember when GMK Oasis failed and GMK Coniferous failed, and I remember watching those going.
Coniferous.
Like I was in on Coniferous. I got refunded because I was one of like 14 people that got on that key set.
Yeah, I didn't.
So donut cables, please
bring it back.
Bring it back.
Well, it'll sell now. Just do it. What are you waiting on?
Yeah.
500 MOQ.
Yeah. I mean, things are just, the buying power of this community right now is absolutely nuts. It's insane. Like, things sell for crazy prices aftermarket. Things sell out that are like numbers that you would think would last as far as like extras and like group buy slots are just being bought up like crazy.
Instant. Yep.
Dude, it's insane. It's
The timing.
crazy.
He looks a little sunburnt. Yo, I got sunburnt like hell. Look at this. New job sucks.
Getting that
It's not
vitamin
that
D.
It's not that bad of a job. It's just I am in the sun.
So those of you who jumped in both feet, what was the most simultaneous group buys you were in?
I'm in
I
so
know-
many group buys right now, dude. What are you asking?
There's a 2.5 week period that I know was my absolute peak, but I have to sit here and count it.
I'm in so many, dude.
Dude, I honestly don't even know. Like,
I keep a list.
I think my max was like 8 or 9, and it was like a 2-week period in October, and it was right after I ran the Baca. I was getting the Fiel. I got the Fiel and the OSA back-to-back days, like 2 or 3 weeks later, and another key set like really soon after that. So it was like a lot of them were like hitting in October, November. And so like from October through January, I got like 8 different things. So it was it was just the bubble of my group buys was about to burst. Right now, not many.
If we're counting boards, I'm in like 16, 17.
damn.
That's a few boards. I'm in 2.
If we're not counting boards, I'm in
Trying to think. I'm not in. I'm
11? No, 12, 13, 14.
I'm in 6 right
I
now.
miscounted the first time then.
not in for any boards. I don't.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
2 boards. I got a squid. Shocker.
2, 0. I have 20. With boards and keycaps, 20.
I got a squid. Got a Godspeed 75. I got SA Godspeed and Ursa. Godspeed's supposed to be shipping very soon. Ursa just hit the EU, so that'll be here in the next probably 6 weeks.
Olivia just delivered. You guys got those?
No, you got DualShock coming soon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
DualShock's
DualShock's
coming
on the way.
soon. I'm in a bunch of key sets,
got
but not.
these?
Yeah.
Ooh. Did you get both light and dark?
Yes, sir.
I'm in. Let's see.
I'll open those on stream. Ow.
I'm in. I think like 6 or 7 key sets. I think. I don't know.
I'm in.
I try not to count.
Kuroshira's shipping too, right?
I don't actually. And what stinks when it comes to shipping, I don't know unless I see pictures on Reddit or someone I know got in because I don't follow things I don't get. Because like the big ones for me are SA, Godspeed, and Ursa are about to ship, and then Perestroika and Modern Dolch Light are the other 2 that I'm really excited for.
I didn't get light.
But outside of that, I definitely have slowed down. I've told Osiris multiple times, and I think I've said I don't. There is nothing I am really looking for right now. There's nothing I am actively searching for at the moment. I'm very happy with my key colt. I've got the squid coming in, which of course is literally just another version that is just the Baca. But
Being Suit Extras just dropped and I missed them. That sucks.
so I'm gonna type on the JL1 for like a couple days. So I'm excited.
You're gonna like that thing, dude. It's nice.
Yeah, the cool thing we've talked to me, and I know Stash, you probably feel the same way too. Is like we are fortunate enough that we get to type on boards that we don't have to buy. We get a chance to build them and type on them for a while and use them, and then we ship them off. And it's like, yeah, I don't own it, but I at least got to use it like at my desk.
Take pictures of them.
Yep.
Yeah, use them and take pictures.
It is nice because I feel like if I wasn't streaming builds or just like doing builds for people, I would want to buy way more. But it definitely allows me to like push the itch to buy more things to the side a little bit. So then I'm just left buying key sets. But then
I still buy a lot of boards. Dude.
Well, dude,
I can't.
the thing
should we call you Stash Buys Boards?
Basically, dude, shit.
My thing is
I had to get a new job for this shit.
I don't like sell anything, which is my problem.
Yes.
I'll just like keep things. So I'm not one that like moves through stuff, which I know both of y'all have done that. But
yeah.
But Yeah, I don't know.
I have
As of
6
late,
boards right now. The only board not pictured in that collection picture is the SM keyboard, because it was at work. But that one I don't really use that one that often because the Crown has the same switches with a better with a different spring weight, and then my OSA has the same spring weight with the alpacas instead of cream. So I just don't use the that one that much. Although I still very much recommend it and really like it. It was kind of a fun kind of put together thing for me, as opposed to like getting something that I'm like, I can't wait to use this
Yeah.
every single day.
One of the daily drivers. Yeah.
Yes, but I'm kind of content where I am, and I'm happy. And like everything, I've owned a shit ton of boards, but oftentimes I will just go, you know what? I don't need these. I'm not typing on them, and I will sell these and get something else that I really.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
place I'm
I
in.
haven't been so much.
I'm like in the place of like a board needs to be something for me to purchase it right now. It needs to be something that somewhat special and like hits me in a certain way.
Stand out for you a bit.
Yeah, because like I have boards that I'm in love with, like my Sirius, my Iron 165, my Bauer, my Osa, like these boards that I really really enjoy. Even my Baka as well. Like they're all boards that I really really enjoy, and I'm like, I look at a lot of group buy stuff and things that are running, and I'm like, yeah, this is cool looking, and I like, maybe it has a cool color, but I'm like, do I really need this? Is it really that much different than this? And that's why boards
What's
like the Evolve.
Yeah, I mean, I will say I've stopped buying so many like of one layout. I have a lot of 65s already, so I'm not, keen on buying more unless it's like you're saying, out of the box, something extraordinary, stands out very majorly. Same with 60, really. I've got quite a few 60s now, so
That's
I
where
don't
I'm
need a
at.
whole lot.
That's where I'm at. Where I'm like, I've got Key Colt. I own the Fiel and sold the Fiel, and I've got 2 Bacas, or a Baca and a Squid.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Yeah, I got the 160 and 165.
if I go for something again, I might go for something full size, or I might go for another TKL. I don't know exactly. But once again,
I've got a TKL in the works.
So, spicy.
Leaks.
You're not in there?
You've shown it to me.
Okay.
I didn't know how much you wanted me to.
You're good. You can. I mean, it's not public, only for the fact of I'm not gonna run that many the first time.
Yeah,
That's the only reason it's not just like public.
Listen to this, man.
Yeah. But so it's not like something I'm trying to keep private, though. You know what I mean? I'm just not allowing a shit ton of people in.
It's a publicly private.
Yeah. It's a very small.
I love it. And I've thought about doing like the Baca TKL, which would be a fun.
Should do it.
A fun little experiment, but I've got other things. I don't like to run more than one board at the same time because I feel like it's like I'd be making, and this isn't like a shot at anybody that does this, but for me personally, it's kind of like, I feel like I haven't fulfilled the promise of sending you a board yet, and now I'm promising other people. It's kind of like, hey, can I borrow $20? Also, hey, can I borrow $20? And you're like, well, you haven't even given me the $20 back yet. And I'm like, ah.
It's also like you're not a vendor, so it's like a lot to keep up with. Like,
exactly. Yeah.
There's only I don't need to open up multiple Discord channels inside of our Discord.
Much easier at just one at a time.
Well, and then it's like, oh, I updated the wrong group. Fuck.
You start getting emails mixed up. Someone gets a Baca 60 when they ordered a TKL. Like, what the fuck
is this? Like, so it's clean, it's simple. Just make it easy. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm not, and Cyrus and I definitely talked about this a long time ago about like we should expand into multiple layouts as opposed to having a shit ton of one.
Yeah.
So,
I like to have one of every layout, or I want to have what the cool kids call the end game. But I want to have, something that I can consider like I don't need much more out of this layout. You know what I mean? I want to have one of each of those.
Yeah.
At least one. You know what I mean? I'm at a few more than one on a few of them, but whatever.
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe with the Evolve, maybe we just, because I think we're going to get at least one. Maybe we just never send that one back. Just, just
I don't know what happened.
Just come pry it out of my cold dead hands. How about that?
Come get it.
If you want it, here's my address. I fucking dare you.
Yeah.
Fucking come get
Come
it.
find me.
Yeah.
Oh man. Although I will say, after building that Kepler this past weekend, like, it makes me really want a TKL. I've had the TKL itch for a little while, but I need to get one. That and then another 75, because while I love my orange 75, I really don't use that board ever. I don't. So,
Osiris, I'm gonna send you a link real quick.
Wants a TKL, but didn't get in on the crown.
to be fair, I didn't have a whole lot of money at that point, but yeah. Also,
you ran the crown at Christmas time. Just saying. It's a tough time to be running a group.
Kind of got you there, man.
I have Stash thank for me owning the crown, owning this board, because I sold, once again, I told the story, but I sold Olivia to get a KBD 8X, and then Stash bought my KBD 8X, and I'm very proud because one of your most viewed pictures on Reddit,
17,000 upvotes, dude.
yeah, it has the KBD 8X on the desk, and I was like, fuck yeah, I was like proud mama. But literally, I can look at my PayPal transactions. I sold the KBD 8X and then turned and threw that right into the ground. So it was the same hour. So, but yeah, 17,000. You should post a link to that picture because it also is a dope picture.
yeah.
Oh, right. I can do that.
Pretty sweet battle station you got there.
Thank you, brother. I much appreciate it. Actually, it's an older pick. I need to do some new picks because you guys, as most of you guys know, I bought a real camera. This guy.
There you go.
I got to get a new lens so the lighting looks better. I actually have good lights, but the lighting looks like shit because of the lens, I guess. But I got the quick mount thing that you use, Chewy. That thing's so fancy. And then, dude, it's beautiful. That thing's a lifesaver. But so I need to take some new pictures since I got new lights and the camera mount and all that stuff,
Yep.
For sure.
It's hard. I have to angles. It's weird because Osiris and I, first glance, it looks goofy. And on camera, it's yeah, this is, of course, I want you to see this. Everything is, I have a light literally right here sitting that I move. That's literally sitting on my desk. It's kind of, it's you're only allowed to see what I want you to see. But looking at it it looks kind of like a hot mess.
Looks good.
I mean, when you come into my apartment, if you don't know what I do, you're like, what the fuck? Because my light, my main light is very large. It's like a 60 watt LED light with a giant softbox on it.
It's a freaking aperture light.
Basically, it's like a knockoff brand. It's the SL60.
Okay.
But
so
yeah,
basically,
yeah, it's ridiculous, and it's on
that wouldn't work in my setup.
Yeah, well, I'm lucky because I have my desk in my what should be the dining room of my apartment, and my desk doesn't butt up against a wall. I have it in the middle of the room.
There you go.
So I have my lights behind it, and they're still able to be moved. So, but it's on a C stand, so it's
solid.
It's solid, but it's also the hell is going on in here? So
people walk in, it looks like a photo shoot, dude.
Yeah. Sure.
Well, whenever we did Mech Madness, because my eyes are pretty sensitive to light already, and I was having a really hard time that first night because there's all these lights behind. So everywhere I look, there's just all these lights, and then of course in the middle is this gigantic light, and I remember being you could probably go back and look at that, and I'm probably kind of squinting my eyes a bunch because I already I usually have a headache by the end of streams because of these lights, and these are at the lowest setting possible to get through it. But I can't do the big lights.
It's not that bad with the big softbox. It's not that bad. It just had to be super bright when we were doing that because of the green screen. And then I had 2 lights that were just like on the green screen, just to try to make it even, so it wouldn't. Yeah, so the shadows wouldn't mess up the green screen background. But
I mean, look, I can just be like. I can be like one of those, whenever, hello, I just want to talk like I want to hide my Purdue identity. So,
What'd you go? Where'd you go, bro?
And it's funny because
anytime I give like an opinion that I don't want to be known as, be like, I actually really, really hate 65%. I think that anybody that does it. Anyway, I'm back. So,
anyways.
It's funny too because I have a light that's like it's like right back here too. That's like just literally it's like the hair light is the technical term to try to get a little bit more of a separation. But it looks really obnoxious because it's just like sitting on a stand.
I've wanted to do something like that, but that would also require me pointing a light at my wife. just
she's on the other side, yeah. So
she's like right there. So if I had a light that was behind, it would be up. It would have to be up here, and there's not a lot of space, but it would just be beaming into her face the entire time.
Yeah.
So
no, please.
Dude, shout! So I set this up. Look at that exclamation point! Food. If you like food.
Oh, look at that, boys.
There you go.
Check it out.
It was a topical moment on stream Saturday of food, because I feel like
all of these
stream you it just comes around to food.
Always.
I'm gonna start sharing your wife's posts on my story, dude.
Oh, I appreciate it. Splice Type. Am I saying that right? Splice Type. Thank you for the 3-month sub.
Appreciate it. Yeah, gnarly Charlie for you. I agree. That Oreo cake looked incredible.
It was incredible.
I'm kind of mad at you. When you came over, I was hoping you'd bring some. I should have asked you for it.
God, fuck, I really should.
Damn, slip it, man.
I missed that opportunity.
It's okay.
I guess was that Monday?
Yeah, it was Monday. I assumed it was probably already gone at that point.
Well, I think we tossed because we as much as Doodle Bob and I, or Abracadaniel and I, would love to sit there and eat an entire cake. That's not usually one. I've been dealing with a lot of health issues in regards to food the last 2 weeks, so I didn't feel like adding half of a cake on top of that was the smartest move. So,
it's okay. There will be more cakes.
There will always be more, and we'll make you something soon, man. It's. I mean, you know more than most. I've been bitching to you all week about how much my life has been turned upside down.
True.
Yeah, first week back's throwing you in a loop, eh?
Nick's clicks. I'm fine. I'm not. There's nothing critical. I just now have IBS. I found out in the worst way possible that I have IBS now.
Yeah, he was incredibly inconvenienced by his body for a while.
So
that's unfortunate.
Yeah, there was. I missed some parts of some streams last week because it happens. It happens. So.
Shit happens, dude.
Oh my God, Nick clicks. Thank you.
Accurate involuntary poop syndrome, dude.
IBS powered couple.
Absolutely, that's great. That's great. So keyboards. There's something else I wanted to talk about because there's people talk. I try and keep my ear to the ground. I have to shout out Langlandia because he's usually the one that is my ear to the ground. He'll just log in and we'll play. By the way, if you guys aren't playing Among Us, play Among Us. It's a lot of fun.
Another streamers actually want to do a big thing with, but
it would be fun.
All the keyboard streamers. Yeah,
I'd be down.
Was it Kimchi, right? No, it was somebody. I forget who it was. Somebody was talking to me about it last night.
Shout to Genly Bean. She was the one that I didn't even know it existed until like 3 days ago.
Yeah.
I'll probably be playing it right after stream tonight. But I lost my train. But yes, I'll usually log in with Lang and he'll be like, "Let me tell you about what's happening now." And I'm like, "Thank you," because now I don't have to go search for it. But we're seeing some issues. I guess there were some issues, some quality control issues from SPSA with Sunday morning, which it's going to happen, right? And he brought up the good question, which is, as a hobby, as a community, what are we looking at as an acceptable rate of failure, an acceptable amount? Because Osiris and I had a long discussion about this the other day with space-bars, because that's been a big topic of controversy the last month or two. With, what is the acceptable amount? Because one, yes, it was easier to have a higher controlled amount. If you make 500 shoes versus 10,000 shoes, your 500 shoes are going to have a better time. They're going to go through. You can take a little bit more time with it and make sure everything's good. When you rush it, cough, cough, and finicky, things are not going to turn out as well as they could. And so, what is that level of exceptional? Because Cyrus and I were talking about the first thing he did when he got Bingsu, he popped it out, put it on the table.
Yeah.
First thing, huh?
Literally the first thing, I was like, I wonder how bad it
I don't
is.
even think you opened the set yet. I think you opened the space, because I got the space bars. We got the space bars kit. And
So you check that right off the bat.
It was just like, let's test this real quick. It's fine.
At the rate of key sets that we're getting made for this hobby, compared to how it was before, the company that's making these key sets is not used to this. This is not something that they've done forever. They didn't make that many of them, right? At once, at a certain amount of time. They might have made a shit ton of white on black, or the OG sets. They may have made a shit ton of those for keyboards, but that was, they did this many of them here, this many of them here. They had a batch of keyboards ready, so they needed this many key sets. Well, now we're telling them, hey, look, we need 2,000 sets of this set, or 1,500 sets of this set, and they better all be perfect. We gotta give them a little bit of,
It's never going to be perfect.
We can't expect perfection. We really can't.
And when you have 3,000 sets go out, guess what? 2,800 of those sets are going out just fine.
Exactly.
But I would say probably 2,900, 2,950, but 50, all it takes is 3 or 4 people
to post on Reddit and
go, hey, something's wrong, for it to turn into a thing.
Yep, exactly. And then everybody's saying, oh, got to check my set. Oh, first thing, which at that point, you can't be mad at them for wanting to check their set, because obviously they want to see if they're one of those 50.
Yeah.
But damn, am I one of them? But at the same time, in my opinion, the community's being a little more picky than they should be, in my opinion. I feel like we need to accept the small failure rates that we're getting. It's not major. We're not getting every single set out of a run is messed up. That hasn't happened yet, right? Well, other than like a missing key.
Well, except what's
the name? Switch mod set. I can't remember the name of it either.
Was it A?
Alter, yeah. GMK Alter.
GMK Alter, yes. But that was that was just a major F. Alter is the one where they literally they did the color matching process, and then they just switched the colors. They
ordered the wrong color of plastic from their supplier, and then made the sets and then sent them out, and they were like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah.
But they're fixing that. They're fixing that. But yeah,
they're fixing that.
And that wasn't sent to someone going, "Oh,
yeah, here you go." Yeah. But at the same time, so out of what we're seeing, like the failure rates or problems that we're seeing are so small in comparison to what we're actually getting ran in this community. I mean, we're getting thousands of sets delivered every month. So you got to give it a little leeway. If you're going to get even 100, 1%, you get 100 out of 1,000 sets that have a warped spacebar. GMK is going to fix that spacebar. It's not like you're screwed. You know?
And
they're a good company. They take care of you.
Spacebars are here's my thing with spacebars. That's a fixable issue, right? Like if you
can
warm
it up a bit, or
warm it up and you can get it to be flat, right?
Yeah.
Things like Night Runner not having stab
for the
zero, not
That's
having stab
something you
mounts.
can't do,
That's you can't fix that. In Finicky Grain having wrong row profile keys, like
I got my fixed by. Oh, that was the one thing I did get in the mail. I could have shown.
yeah, you got your B key.
I got my B
fixed
key
though, huh?
fixed. Well, they took it from I guess they opened up a few kits as like the correction kits.
Yeah.
So then I got that within a week. So shout out to TKC. It was handled perfectly fine. I just said, hey, this is what's wrong. This is the set. Here's the order number.
And that's how things are handled, right?
Yeah.
So like,
and it was shipped to me, and it was in the.
So in my opinion, the community needs to stop overreacting about these little issues that they know are going to get resolved. They're going to get fixed. They're not going to just leave you hanging, because they're a kind of company that if they start doing that, then they lose the amount of business that we're giving them as a community as a whole. They can't handle that.
Yeah.
That'd be a downfall for them after investing in a new machine. And didn't they say they're moving warehouse? No, they didn't move, right?
No,
I think
don't think so.
I think that was a different manufacturer that was moving Kika.
I mean,
I think I'm getting confused, but they did buy another machine.
Yeah.
I think people are justified in being upset, and I think that it should be known. But I think it's become too much of a topic every time something happens. Like someone commented on one of our videos on YouTube about like, oh well, why didn't we talk about the space bars for this set? It's really bad, and I'm like, well, because we've already covered that. Like if it's happening with like everything, like do we need to talk about it every single time? Like we know it's gonna happen, right? Like
check it.
We know it's gonna happen. Check it. If it's unusable, you can heat it up and you can make it even. You can do that pretty quickly, pretty easily. And
worst case, send the vendor a message.
Right, and what's to lose there if you mess it up? It was already unusable anyway. So
yeah. I'd probably send the message before you fuck it up. But...
So no KB, like I would say it does suck if you wait so long. Like the guy, this is actually I think this is hilarious, but the guy that got Olivia and he got 2 E's instead of a Q, or there's 2 E's instead of a W and an E, which is that's something that's like I wouldn't be mad. I honestly I would find that to be kind of hilarious. Like I would expect my fixed key sent to me as promptly as possible, but I wouldn't be sitting there freaking out mad about it.
Because it's getting resolved.
Yeah, but I think that would be hilarious to get like
I agree with Blind Assassin. People love to
it's that, this could be the one set you have, right? I remember when I first bought Olivia, that was like the one set I was in on Olivia and Modern Dolch, and Modern Dolch took another 6 months after that. Where Olivia, like I remember the day it came in, I was like, dude, Osiris, this was before Mechs on Deck was even a thing. I remember texting Osiris and be like, dude, it's here. You should come on. This is, I think you lived still next to me.
Yeah, I think so.
It was around the time, and I remember I was like, dude, you got to stop by after work and check it out. And and it would have sucked if something was like definitely messed up about it. But I do think there's that overact, and then there also becomes this like everyone's like searching for problems, right?
Yeah,
like,
I do think that
hunt for problems where it's like, are you enjoying it or are you just tearing it? Like I remember Waves, when Waves came, I didn't care about looking at the set. I cared about looking at the sea on my escape to see if it was messed up, when I should have just been like, let me open it and like experience the opening of the keycap set as opposed to just looking for the problem. And I fully admit I did that.
Yeah, I get that. You get that. If you kind of expect it, it's hard not to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it absolutely is. And I think, and I brings up a good point, because Chewy and I talked about this the other day with the Spacebars thing, is that like it's not every spacebar, right? Like, and it's in a variance where older sets had slightly warped space bars as well. Like I think I checked all of mine from sets, and I have sets from early 2018 through now, which is not crazy old, but the only set that I have that has a 100% straight spacebar is Hyperfuse Origins. Everything else has warped in some
a
way.
little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
And it's maybe getting a little bit, it's getting worse, I guess, and it is, but it's not. They like my Bingsu spacebar is warped, but it's on my board and it still works perfectly fine.
Well, the other thing too that Osiris and I talked about this is heat. I mean, how do you fix it? Heat. Well, that means heat could have been the problem in the first place. I'm fortunate enough that where my front door is never gets direct sunlight. Over the summer, it gets in Dallas. It gets into like there'll be times where I get in my car and it says 111 degrees outside. If I leave a keycap set in my car, if that set is sitting on the UPS truck or the postal the USPS truck for all day, it's going to be hot. It's going to get toasty, and that right there, it's being shipped from Germany to Alabama, or I don't remember exactly where Candy Keys is from, but the Northeast and West Virginia's Novel Keys and Project Keyboards up in Chicago. These are it's the summer. Things can happen. And then when they're shipped all across America, guess what? They're going to places that are toasty. I know Tennessee gets hot.
Yeah, Tennessee gets hot.
So like there's a chance that these super long keys have a chance to just a little bit, and every tiny little micro millimeter is going to, when you lay it flat, it's going to show.
Yeah, and people will go back and they'll like go online and they'll look at see what the melting point or the malleable heat level is for ABS, and I think it's like 200 something degrees. It may be off by a little bit, but I believe it's over 200. But that's if you're using pure ABS, and we don't know exactly what the mixture of plastic that GMK is using, if it's 100% pure. Like that's stuff that they only know, and I don't think that we really need to know, but that can affect that melting points, because I've seen a lot of people say, oh well, the temperature won't adjust the point where the material is malleable, like it doesn't get hot enough. And it's like, okay, well, you don't really know.
And Kimchi Jody Boy brings up melting point means liquid, not bendable. So it's the summertime. No shit, we're having issues. Also,
exactly, Kimchi.
It's been a freaking hot summer.
Oh, it's been hot AF.
It's been a hot summer. So, and when did we start seeing these issues where people start complaining? The last 2 months.
Well, I would say maybe a little bit more.
Maybe a couple months, but a lot of them came with Cafe. A lot of people freaked out about Cafe. Cafe came in early August.
I thought the first one that I heard of was 9009, which was way before that.
That was and that's not to say that there is. I'm not saying that. Oh, blame the fucking sun for all of this. But
I mean, I think it could be a thing. You leave a set. You leave those new trays in the backseat of like your truck or in your car. Like
we saw that happen to First Love.
It's like, I think it's like whatever the temperature outside plus like 30 degrees is what it is in your car. Like, it could easily do that, especially because with the density of the plastics and the cardboard, it's not going to be quite as heat resistant as the older trays. And at least I don't think. That's not founded in anything, but physically, I think that the plastic would be better.
That First Love, God, if someone could find that picture, please post it so we can all suffer. What I'm saying is, tomorrow, everyone go outside and scream at the sun about your key.
Yell at it.
Just yell at it. Just give it everything you got.
Because I piss off your space bars, man.
Brez brings up another thing. I feel like the warp is not only because of the heat, but I think it also has something to do with the trays.
Yeah, could be. Fuck.
The trays would play an effect.
Because if the tray is itself, the older plastic trays were much more rigid, right?
Oh yeah,
like
they had like ridges in them. They
right.
stayed. Yeah,
the new trays do dip some, And so I wonder if some of this warping is a mixture of heat plus the trays. So
Very true.
I don't know.
I could see how that could be possible though. Those little trays, man, they seem like they'd be a dang a little insulator, you know? Good little insulator.
See, this is saying this post that Brez posted, this is saying that this is like quality control issues, but that to me looks more like warping like from the sun, because I've never seen caps that bad. The first,
Yeah, that's insane. That's wild looking.
And then the picture that I saw, yeah, that's the one that I absolutely like. Yep, I know that one. So I remember like that was one of those pictures where I was leaned back and I literally, it was like, from like a scene from a movie, like put my drink down, like, wait, what the fuck happened to that guy's set?
Yeah, it's also an entire set. It's not QC. Exactly.
Yeah. I love how the K looks like cat profile.
I had a long discussion with some people about that set and that first love. And my theory is, and this may not be true, this is obviously 100% a conspiracy theory, is that because this is a situation that I would do. You have things, maybe you got an apartment, you don't live with your parents anymore, but maybe you still have things shipped to your parents. You go over to your parents' house for dinner, you pick up your set of First Love, you open it up to make sure it's in there. You're like, oh yeah, okay, cool. You open up the box, you leave that box in the back seat of your car, you park at your apartment complex, it's there for like a week, and then you forget about it because you're not leaving the house because it's the pandemic. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh crap, First Love's in the back seat of my car. You go pick it out, you open it up, and it looks like that.
All I'm saying, it's not the first. I've lost.
It's likely.
I lost the Switch lube station because someone left it in their car, and it shrunk and warped and became unusable.
You need a lube station, bro?
No, I'm good now. But you know who you are.
He was in here earlier.
You know who you are. But
call him out.
I'm pretty sure I yelled at him at his face. It's just like, are you serious? No, I wasn't actually that mad, but it was more annoying that I had the lube switches. I had the lube switches like that week, and I used my little 9-key switch tester. I would do 9 keys at a time.
Oddly specific.
It's an oddly specific story because I've done that before. Luckily, I have a garage. I have a garage, so my car doesn't get hot.
Okay, so your keycaps didn't melt and look like First Love does in that picture.
No.
Holy
but
shit.
I mean, hey, if you're in Texas and it's 100 degrees for 8 hours every day,
it will fuck your crap up.
Yeah.
I've had a PCB get warped sitting in my car. Just whoop. I was like, oh,
what?
Cool. Yeah. I mean, it was fixable. Like I just laid some flat stuff on it while it was still hot, and it fixed. But still. So other than that, guys, if you have questions for Stash, let's get a couple questions going before we're actually going to do Keyboard of the Week with Stash here.
Ooh. Keyboard of the Week, boys.
Ooh, are we gonna pop some drinkies for the birthday boy?
I mean, I've been already doing it.
Been consuming.
I could probably go find a bottle of liquor I could pour a shot of.
Ooh,
there you go.
There you
Just
go.
saying.
Do we want to take like a 2-minute drink break?
All right, 2 minutes and we'll bring it back.
2 minutes, so Cyrus can just talk about hear about this because you've already got yours. Tell us your best and worst birthday experience.
Ooh.
For me? Oh man. All right.
Okay. BRB.
All right. We'll go full me while they're gone. All right. So first, I'm going to show off. Oh wait, let me take away the chewy cam. All right. So I'm going to show off what I'm drinking. This is a Macallan Edition number 4 that I'm consuming tonight. This is from 2018. It's a limited edition bottle of whiskey. They do these every year around the Christmas times. So you should be looking for edition number 6. That'll be happening here in a couple months. But as far as favorite and least favorite birthday story, man, you feeling good though? I'm feeling great, man. Man, this is hard. My favorite I know is my 21st birthday. Ooh, you got some Jack. There you go. My favorite is my 21st birthday. I went to a town called Denton with my brother. We did what was called a Fry Street crawl, where you go to every bar and they give you a free shot because it's your birthday. And I had a necklace that had a spinner on it, and it had a whole bunch of options that were dares. It was like spin for a dare. And so I would go up to people to girls and be like, hey, spin for a dare. And then that was a lot of fun. Yeah, Denton, Texas. And then least favorite birthday, man. I think a couple years ago I had a very awkward dinner with my parents and an ex-girlfriend of mine.
Ooh.
And then we went to go see a movie that was
Bold
really
of you to
bad.
bring a girlfriend. Was it an ex-girlfriend at the time?
That's what I was gonna say.
No,
Was
no,
she
no,
an
no,
ex
no.
at the time?
No,
Okay, because
she
you
was-
said it sounded like she was.
She was a current girlfriend.
Okay.
It was Chewy's least favorite of females that I have dated.
Oh, that one?
Yeah.
Whew. Okay.
We went to
That's a story for another time.
a hibachi place. That was one of my favorites. She got really drunk. Then we went to go see a movie and walked out halfway through, and then went back to her place and she passed out and I went home. And I was just like,
Happy birthday.
happy birthday to me. We broke up like a couple weeks later. But
Yikes.
It happens.
hey, it was one of those things my dad was like, after like the next time I saw my parents was like, Eric, she's very attractive. But I don't think that's the one. You know,
Yeah.
it'd be like that.
It'd be like
Oh, dude, thank you. Let me
happy
pour
birthday,
myself a
guys,
little bit more.
at home if you have a beverage of sorts.
Happy birthday to the young Osiris.
Birthday. Yes, Rick always. I'm totally kidding. Happy birthday to many more. The first
I'm not
time one
gonna
of us
shoot it.
streamed on our birthday.
That's true.
It's just fallen.
My birthday's on a Saturday, so actually, no, it's on a Sunday, isn't it?
Yours is on a Sunday. I know that because I get paid on the 20th. You
I'll
bet
be
your-
streaming on my birthday, boys.
There you
I know
go.
every 20th of the day. I think mine is on a Saturday. So it'll depend on our build schedules of whether or not that will line up. But Sunday this year as well. Hell yeah. So do you guys have any questions for Stash or us or anything? Question about keyboards, about birthdays, about life?
Kimchi Jody
Gotcha.
Boy asked me about what were some of the dares. I don't know if you remember this, Chewy, but my 21st birthday when I went to Denton with my brother.
I remember getting a few texts from you.
Yeah. I had a necklace that it said spin for a dare. All of the options were the same and they were all show me your boobs.
They were all the same.
They were all the same. It was pretty hilarious. It was pretty hilarious. It was
How
very
many of
funny.
them actually went?
There was like a couple girls that went and then they read it and they were like, oh, but I mean, no one actually did it. It was obviously a joke.
No pays? Man.
Dude, it was obviously a joke. But also Nick Clicks, Lefroy Triplewood, solid. I enjoy myself some Isla Scotch. But yeah.
For those, I'm drinking a Deep Ellum IBA, not IPA. I'm sorry, Dallas Blonde. It's by the same company. Sorry,
I was about to say, if you're
Sunday
drinking a
birthday game?
Deep Ellum
If you're drinking
IPA,
IPA, then I have been kidnapped and somebody has somehow taken my hair and beard.
Not about it?
Stash, did you get a Cyber Voyager?
No, I did not. I had the Space 65 originally, and it was a pretty cool board, though it's a little flat for me.
The
The
iPod? Or the
iPhone.
Yeah, the iPhone, yeah. It looked cool, it was a cool board. I didn't hate it by any means, but it was too flat for me. There was no angle.
Best and
Yeah,
worst.
typing on your orange 75 is always a little goofy.
It is a little weird, but it feels really
Can't
cool
do
with
it.
like a super sculpted profile cap, like with SA.
See, I don't like SA either. So
I have
no, I will say it's been like 2 years or a year and a half since I've used SA, so I should give it more of a try now, seeing as I've heard people say they like it better after they've gotten better at typing because you hit the center of the keyboard.
I get worse. The more I get into the hobby, the worse I get at typing.
See, not me, dude. I just broke like 133. I think it's my highest. It was pretty cool, man. I'm not that fast, don't get me wrong, but I was stoked about that.
Man, I broke 90 and jumped out of my chair.
Yeah, I think 133 is a solid bit above what Chewy and I were.
Oh yeah. That's not my average. My average is still like 110-ish.
But listen, all I'm saying is you put Chewy or myself on a 10 key, we'll go to town on your ass.
Hell yeah, dude. I feel like I was a faster typer when I worked at Guitar Center than I am now.
That's probably
and then
true.
I had an uptick because I used to work at the hotel that Cyrus works at, and they had a very similar system, and I really impressed everyone at work because it was a lot of the same keystrokes, and a lot of that stuff's like, it's like riding a bike. It takes about a day to kind of get back into that groove. And they were like, how can you do this? And I was like, this is literally exactly
it's all green screen, dude.
I've done this before.
Green screen shit. I was like, this is all the same. Like, and like, what was funny was showing people that have been working there for like 6 months shortcuts, because that was the thing. The thing Guitar Center is like, if you want to do a fast sale and look stuff up quickly, you have to know your shortcuts, or you have to know, exactly what you're typing and memorize the number sequences. And it was like, I got this.
Dude.
Back in it like it never missed, huh?
Oh, yeah,
Didn't skip a beat.
Dude, yeah, we were 10 key warriors. It's funny. You go to Guitar Center, you look at their keyboards, all of like the actual alpha keys, perfectly pristine, like look great. 10 key Legends completely gone.
Destroyed.
Destroyed.
Damn.
The entire system runs on 10 key.
10 key and the period key.
Yep. Dot enter, dude.
Dot enter.
So yeah,
but
you beat me on that, I guess.
Hey,
when
I had the Austin, I was like, whew, I remember this. I had. What's nice, because I also, once again, with a hotel job, it was an auditing job, which is just number input. And so that the one thing that I'm happy about with 10 keys is, it's now memorizing where it is, but being able to do that very, very fast and trusting myself to never make a mistake on the numpad.
True.
Bring your own numpad. Yeah. Choose it.
Thanks.
Zap. Thank you.
Thanks,
he needs
Zap.
a cable, by the way. I'm just letting you know.
Thanks,
Zap.
Jerry.
Osiris really needs a cable. Like a nice, guys, if you don't have a Zap cable, here's mine dangling. Get yourself a Zap cable. He makes the best fucking cables in the hobby. Fight me. There it is.
I accidentally broke the cable that we made on the how to build a cable video.
Mine got broken by a coworker.
Yo, shout out to John hooking it up.
Ooh.
Zap knows.
He made the second end for me.
That's good, because I made Limos once. So I was like, wow, never again.
No, I tried to make it and I fucked it up. And then I sent it to him and he fixed it. That's why I said thank you.
Dude, the Limo's nice. I don't know if it's worth it, but it's nice.
Trust me,
it's cool.
I was like, fuck no.
I'm building it. I will build one.
I don't even want to do this to John, and he does this all the time. He does
yeah, shout out John and Zap, dude. Thank you, bro.
Real quick, let's. I'll do sorry, you say what you were gonna say.
I wouldn't have that cable. That's all I was gonna say. I wouldn't have that cable. There's no way I would have got that Limo working. The thing is a pain in the ass.
Dude, it's the tiny little wires. That's my thing. It's the tiny little like 26 gauge, 28 gauge wire.
Yeah. Like
choose. Nick Click says choose one for me to drink. So that's gonna be a you question, Osiris. I don't drink dark liquor. So.
Oof.
Longer 16.
I'll go Bowmore 18.
Hell yeah. So, guys, I want to give a quick shout out to our awesome sponsors. Go over to mexondeck.dixiemech.com. GMK, not GMK. Sorry, it's based off GMK 8008, but Gatoron inks of the 8008 variety are up right now. I think they're up through the 20th. I could be wrong on that. I'm bad about exact dates. But be sure to go check those out. If you guys want to try these switches out, please use that link. It helps out the channel a whole lot. Project Keyboards. You can go to man. I'm telling you, man, it's the off brain tonight. mexondeck.project.link. I know they announced that they're going to be running the set by Apiary. I need to remind myself of the name, but that will be running next month. So be sure to check that out. GMK Noir. I think that's the name of it. Noir. Thank you, Iwane. switchmod.net/mexondeck. Be sure to go over and pick you up some GMK beta running this month. So definitely all the proceeds really help us out here at Mex on Deck. And it's a very classic looking set designed in part by Heinebush, who we had on last week. And talked about that. If you want to check out our YouTube, it will be up tomorrow. My apologies. There was a small issue with one of our videos going up, so it just delayed the posting process. So my apologies on that. And then candykeys.com/mexondeck. Go pick up Cat Mizu. Go pick up GMK Yuru. They've also got a lot of desk mats in right now. So be sure to, if you're looking for a new desk mat, go check them out. You can go to our awesome partners. You can go get yourself a Zap cable. He's also he's got some in stock cables as well. I believe he's still doing the sticker. So if you mail him something through USPS, and it is you mail him an envelope to ship back to you via USPS, we'll give you a couple cool stickers in support of USPS. We try not to get too political, but let's help post office, because 95% of things in this hobby are shipped through them. So let's help out the hobby. Smith and Rune, smithandrune.com. Go pick up some clothes. They've got some really cool clothes, and keep an eye out on the Iron 180. And then Type Beast, typebea.st for an amazing newsletter. The seventh issue came out recently. He does amazing stuff. So go check him out.
Absolutely.
That Iron 180 though. Oof.
Dude, Iron 180 looks great. Speaking of looking great, I think it's time for Keyboard of the Week. We didn't. We're gonna get Stash in here. We'll have a third option.
Oh, I'm the tiebreaker, boys. Oh wait, I don't think that works that way. There's only 3.
Dudes, everyone, get your pictures ready. Head on over to our Discord. We have a channel called Keyboard Pictures. Throw a picture up of your keyboard. We're going to take a look at all of them, and we are going to talk about them, take a look-see at them, and then we will pick our favorite 3 boards, and then chat will decide on which one is their favorite. And Chewy, what do they get?
They get, their picture is going to be the banner. Their picture gets entered in. So we found out today, by the way, that some pictures, if you won a long time ago, it might get cycled out of the slideshow on the background of, my ear just started ringing really bad. My apologies. On the background of the stream. And you also get a Keyboard of the Week roll in the Discord. So you get to be like a soft pink for the week. As well as we've got some stuff planned we haven't really discussed. We'll probably start those discussions come November of what we're going to be doing with all the winners, but definitely post your stuff, because I think we've tossed around some cool ideas for all the winners. So
get your pictures in.
I like this most recent board. That's a dope board.
Me too. Yeah, there's already some pretty hot boards in here. Some good contenders. So we can go ahead and start. We're gonna start with that white tofu. So let me get it all up and ready to go. First up, we have Geo 3's E-White Tofu with SA Snow Caps 65-gram Zelio V2s lubed with 205 grade 0. Interesting lube option there for the Zelios. But yeah.
Smooth boy. I'm sure that is a smooth typing feel. And it looks clean. I mean, if you want all white, you got all white.
Yeah. It's white, baby.
That's why
Looks
it's
good though.
We don't see the snow caps. We don't see SA snow caps very often. It's seldomly seen. Very
You
clean.
don't see long boy shift that often. What are you talking
No,
about?
right? 60% with a 2.75.
Yeah, that long boy shift, man.
It makes me wonder if this is the hot swap PCB.
Yeah,
So
maybe.
because there is a hot swap PCB that is locked in ANSI, so it could be that. But regardless, this is a cool board. If it had like RGB effects to it too, ooh,
Solid.
Yeah, looks good. All right, what do we got next, Chewy?
We've got, sorry, I got added in the food and beverages. Shout out to Nick's Clicks. That looks like three very fancy looking gentlemen on the screen that you're looking at. So, but thank you for the shout and very much appreciate it. So next up on the list, what is this thing? Deeds, I have no idea. I've never seen this, but it is the Revyang 39S with trash purple pandas lube Crytex 205. Interesting that they went with the trash purple pandas. This is a second tactile board lubed with 205, which is typically used on linears. This is a board. This is a unique board, and this is a board that it looks very compact and travelable.
Yeah.
Kenji, have you built one of these, dude? This thing, bro. You're talking about anxiety. Built this fucking thing last night, bro.
Yeah, but SMD can be tricky.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it can be very, very much so. Yeah, I see that. But then again, I haven't done a whole lot other than S&D LEDs, I guess. So a couple of them, even then.
This is through hole. Deed says it's through hole.
Oh, okay.
It looks cool. Looks like it's got some tie-how caps on it. I mean, this is definitely a looker. This is definitely something that, if you whip that out at work, people are going to go, "Oh,
no one's gonna try to use your keyboard if you
sit down at
you
your
have
desk."
this on your desk.
You get that, and I see. Now I just want to see you with like the Elecom Huge. That's where your mouse is literally bigger than your keyboard. You're like,
True.
what? Like, people just sit down and be like, I don't know how to use your computer.
It'd be confusing to a lot, that's for sure.
Stash Waka, can you see the pictures in our Discord? I don't know if you're able. I was going to see if you could walk us through this next one.
Okay.
That one, Brody.
Ooh, okay. They're taking the picture over there?
Yeah.
Let's get it. All right. From that one, Brody, we got the Prime Elise Olivia Plus with some tangerines lubed and filmed. Not specified what lubed we got there. But tangies are pretty nice. I lubed tangies with 205 and filmed, and they're fire. Oh, yeah. That Prime Elise looks good. Well, 40% ergo.
Yeah, this looks great.
Hell yeah. I like the space bar choice.
Yep.
Looks clean. I feel like the picture is a little. I feel like there's a lot of light coming down, which is brightening up the color of the board
on the case.
Yeah. So I'd be curious to see a slightly like some off lighting on it.
I'm curious
because I feel like I see that board looks more yellow than it actually is. I'm sure.
Is it champagne colored? Kind of what it looks like.
It's either champagne or rose gold. It could be either.
Yeah.
Dude, the Future Funk mat too just looks so cool. Such a cool design.
That is pretty cool looking mat, yeah. Should have jumped in on one of those. Very nice board though. I dig it. Prime.
Cyrus, what do we got next?
Next up,
our mods are starting to try to flex.
Yeah, our mods are in here flexing. This is Drifting Bunnies Iron 165 FE with XDA Pikachu with lubed and filmed kind of hybrid switch. So it's alpaca tops and stems with Gatoron bottoms. So this is an interesting combination. It's a set that no one really has seen, or probably very few people even know existed.
If you've seen it before, you've seen Drifting Bunnies post this.
Yeah. With on top of a board that is probably one of the most expensive boards in the hobby currently. So this looks really good.
So yeah, it's
these keycaps.
keycaps. The keycap choice is just max meme, and I love it.
It's insane, dude.
DB, respect.
Well played, brother. Well played.
I think he waited like a month and a half for these keycap sets, and it was an in-stock buy because he had to buy it on like Taibao or whatever.
Yeah.
He put him on the Baka a long time ago when I think he sold the Baka, but yeah. So, but next up is the Key Colt number 2 in the Phantom colorway, the Phanton, with Zycos and GMK First Love. I mean, this is Prince. This is Prince and a keyboard.
Yeah, that thing's fucking minty, boys. Holy.
Oof.
That's good right there. I'm so glad about that Rama cap, though.
Oof. It's not much to say. Ooh.
The cable.
Oh,
that's our boy.
Hell yeah, dude. The knife maker. Hell yeah, dude.
What is up, man?
Fucking ha. Guys, check out HCKS Texas. He makes really cool knives. He's also got, we thought that God, what was his name? We thought there was we like to look at camera setups. Cyrus and I are very interested in how people run their streams.
His cameras are so fucking lit.
Yeah, and his cameras are hands down. Like I don't. Snowbike Mike has a lot of cool angles. His cameras are fucking amazing.
Yeah, he has it where his mods can control it.
Yes. The fact that his mods can move his cameras around for him is insane to me. That is probably the coolest streaming aspect that I've seen. Like that's
living on 30-30.
Bro.
Yeah, 100%.
If you can't, hey, thank you for sharing your boner emotes with us.
Dude, for sure.
He has a dog named Boner.
Is that Starry Night? Yes, Starry Night DBZ.
So I've started watching him since you guys did that raid, and then I've caught a few of his streams since then. A couple of them at least.
I need to go back and watch. It's been, like I said, it's been busy. But for those who don't know, it's Osiris's birthday. So happy birthday again to Mr. Osiris.
Happy birthday, brother.
Happy birthday. Anyway, so yeah, the Key Colt Phantom First Love. Yeah, I mean, it's
it looks great.
It's like it leaves me speechless. I'm excited because I get to see that in person eventually.
Yeah, same. I mean, this is the prettiest number 2 I think I've ever seen. To me, it tops the stainless steel bottom options. This does have a fancy full brass behind on it as well.
Yes.
This was made for SA Phantom, which I think is coming out soon. Which was like kind of a private thing, but I think there might be some extras somewhere. But it looks great it looks fantastic actually with First Love. So props to Rick. Our mods are flexing. But next up, we have an interesting one.
I love this. I love this board. I want this board.
The Mindset M1002. Alps SKCL greens with OG caps. What do you think about this one, Stash?
Yo, that thing is nutty. I like that. What is this? Is this old? Like
M1002.
But I have never seen this. That's pretty cool.
I'm not familiar.
I'm about that long boy spacebar, huh?
If you say you have an extra, hit me up. Hit me up. Discord. Chewer Little on Discord. Hit me up.
Atari clone.
Dude.
So this is what I love about this. One, it's got, I know Osiris, you can probably pinpoint why I really like the right side of this board. Two, I like split backspace, borderline TKL. 3, that space bar is a chunk.
Dude, that space bar is the move.
And that top row is just so all over the place. Fucking love it. But yeah, 9U space bar, but it's got that nav cluster that just, ooh, I love that nav cluster. I love that nav cluster.
It's so wild.
Because it reminds me of the first keyboard I really, really fell in love with, which is the Master Keys Pro M.
Yeah, which is similar layout, and obviously doesn't have a 9U spacebar, but
Yeah.
I love that. Like, I love that it feels like the spacebar is so big that the spacebar just has its own row, like entirely.
It's its own row, man. Which
When
is
you
a
wanna-
bit confusing to me, because it looks like split shift on both sides above it, but it's not.
It like kind of is, kind of isn't. I don't. Yeah. It's
shift's above that, right?
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah.
What?
Place. I love
That's
it.
a very confusing layout. But it's
The
pretty cool.
1U caps lock with the control next to it, like full on meta. You can get both. You know, people
Yeah.
always say
True
HHKB.
step
They want
caps,
their
just do two.
yeah. So
But next up, we got the Liminal with lubed filled NK dry with OSA sleeves and the bag. The bag. Why we
And
here?
the bag.
The bag. I like it. Very, very clean, very flat. The OSA sleeves. I still haven't tried the OSA. I haven't tried that profile yet, but I know a lot of people like it and it looks clean. So,
dude, the Big Lebowski bag. Dude, they're washing their balls. They're shining them. Shout outs to that. This looks clean. Looks good.
absolutely. What do we got up next?
Ooh,
This was an asked about question in our Discord about can you post an unbuilt board?
Oof. Does that work?
I'm going to read this the way it's written. So this is a Chimera 65 LE in the angelic colorway with a clear PCB, the new Everglide fully transparent switches, GMK
Gosh, I
calcium.
am late today. Boy, howdy.
Exo Squid, thank you. JK, it's unbuilt. I just got it today. But man, we were talking about this before we started streaming, of like how the Chimera 65 was more of the board that was going to compete from Cannon Keys. That was going to be the board that was more to compete with like key colts and stuff than necessarily the S75 was. So it's cool to see this because this thing looks freaking hot. Also, thank you Exo Squid for the tier 2, and thank you for the birthday wishes. I appreciate it.
You guys building one of these? Either of you guys have one of these coming in?
No,
Next couple weeks.
This is to me this is the 75% 65% because the spacing
Yeah,
gives it that kind of 75% feel, although it's still 65%. So no, I didn't get it, but I do like this. I do like this a lot. I think this is a really cool board.
See, I didn't get in it, but one of my local buddies, this was his first nice board. This was his first group buy board. So I'll be building that for him. It just came in yesterday. He got the blue one, so it's pretty sweet, man. It looks good.
It's like a navy, right?
Yeah. It's like a navy. It looks really good.
So
then again, blues have all been good.
Next up, we got Nick's Clicks. It's like, I guess Andy Wynn built this. Rub out keycaps. Milky Top Telio V2s on a PC half plate key kilt. Number 160 E white with brass. Very, very clean. I mean, I really like this board because I have this board minus the plate and switches.
See, I went with the black and brass.
Equals rub out keycaps. I don't get the joke. 100% honest.
One of the keycaps says reb out.
Oh,
yeah,
noted.
the caps lock.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks super clean. I mean, Keycolt 160, they're kind of like the hot thing right now because a bunch of people just got them, and they look mighty fine.
I don't know why I don't like that set as much as I like Hamon, but I just don't. I like it, but Hamon's
Hamon has contrast in 2 different
yeah,
reds.
yeah, and it's not Sub Legends.
So true.
It's a loud key set. This is a loud key set. I mean, I think it looks really solid with the with putting it on white kind of just makes this a loud keyboard. I think this on that set on like a blackboard would look a little bit rougher, but no, this is, I mean, very clean build.
Yeah.
So
It's keeping it spicy.
Last up, what do we got, Osiris?
A Jur Mini. I don't think we've had one of these yet, but this is with lubed and filmed Helios with a 205-105 mix and GMK carbon. Also got quite a few artisans on there that are pretty fire.
Yeah.
This looks cool.
Yeah, not a fan of orange, but I mean,
but that robot in the gamer set, dude.
Yeah, you gotta respect carbon, which everyone always, everyone always like Olivia. This just looks like Olivia. Just looks like carbon.
So I've had carbon, a sealed
carbon
set
came before Olivia.
I never used it and I sold it.
You never used the carbon? Oh. Why not? Why did you just got it and you're like, eh?
Orange. Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't huge on it myself.
Orange, see, carbon is another set. It looks good when you see it done well on a board.
It does, but then you get it and you're like, what the fuck am I gonna do with this now? That's what happened to me. I was like, that's orange. Well,
did I win last week? I think I won. Well, I don't remember.
No, I won, I think.
You won because you picked that one.
Well, Stash chooses first.
Stash chooses first, yes. But I was.
Well, I don't want to pick because I know you guys are going to pick the one I'm picking. One of y'all is.
Well, you get to pick first, so you can force our hand.
If you win, then congratulations, you win.
All right. Well, I picked the key cult number 2, Phantom.
All right.
I'm throwing you guys under the bus on this one. Sorry.
While I think it might be an open and shut case, I'm gonna go with the Mindset M1002.
Yo, it's a close second though. The layout on that's so wild. It's intriguing,
All right. I'm gonna go with the Prime Elise with Olivia and hope that the fact that it's got Olivia on it can push me to victory. So we'll have 3 options this week. So we've got the Prime Elise with Olivia.
Can't even give it to the birthday boy Stash. Damn, Ione, why you gotta call me out like that, dude? Gee. Gee, bro. It's my birthday next week. I'm just kidding. I'll take it.
All right. So I'm starting the poll now. If you look up at the top of chat, it will be there. If you're on your phone, double tap the screen so you can see chat. Look at the top. It's there. Go get your votes in. Like I said, this is the Key Cult number 2.
I'm gonna vote against myself.
I mean, oh wow. What's happening?
Dude, people are about that 9U spacebar. That's all I'm saying.
Dude, it's so long, dude.
Oh dang.
Dude, if you're alt-tabbed right now and you can hear my voice, tab back in and pick a board. Which one do you think? You want this old school board with Alps and a 9U spacebar, this brand new Key Cult number 2 in a commissioned colorway, or this fantastic, amazing Prime Elise with Olivia the most popular set of all time, I think, maybe. I mean,
I'm pretty sure
it's one.
Alps are going to take it, dude.
It's got more than, it's almost got double of the other 2 combined.
Yeah.
It
Alps
can't win.
9U, baby. All right, Moon.
A purple board with cafe would be that'd be, I don't know if that would look good. Just saying. Oh man. Well, guys, so Stash, what do you got coming up?
Oh, so Sunday we are building probably the Hinoki, the wooden Alice. But I also have a QXP coming. Oh, it's here. I just got to build it. I got a Chimera 65. Got to build that. E8.5. That's mine. I'll be building that soon. JO2. Those just shipped to vendors. So I got a lot of things coming, actually. The Discipline 65. I actually might build that tomorrow if I make it off work on time. So I might do that tomorrow. What else do I got coming? Trying to think. I said the Chimera, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's about it, I think, off the top of my head, at least. I'm sure there's more. I just can't think of them. Oh, a Noxery 282.1 or whatever those are. One of those coming.
All the numbers. So,
Yeah.
well, guys, Stash, thank you for coming out. Thank you. I know we had to shift you back a week, and I appreciate you being
Yeah.
flexible.
Thanks for having me on.
So, and guys, let's get that HBD right in the chat for Mr. Osiris. Give me an HBD, as he just lost keyboard of the week, not to the board. But give me that HBD in the chat. Happy birthday, Osiris. I hope it's been a good one.
It has. It's been
Hell
great. It was a good one. So I got a couple hours left. I don't know what I'm gonna do for the rest of the night. Maybe join in, play some Among Us. Who knows?
Hell yeah, dude.
There you go.
Letting you know, since I know you're in chat, we're gonna be playing Among Us like the second this is over.
They're ready for you, Lang.
I want to see you in chat already. But so this week, this Saturday, I'll be building a JO1. I need to refresh myself on what switches they are, but I'll get all that. We'll get all that ready to go. So be sure to check us out Saturday at 2 p.m. And then next week we'll be back for that Tuesday stream. Once again, sorry we missed that this week. And next week we've got Mr. Kimchi Jody Boy joining us.
Ooh, nice.
Next Wednesday. So really excited for that energy. That guy brings a new level of energy.
Young Kimchi.
Be a lot of fun. I'm excited for that.
Yep.
Taking a
And
gander to
Bobby?
see who we can host.
Hell yeah, dude. Wabi Sabi Future, by the way, congratulations. You are the keyboard winner of the week.
I get to pick who we raid, right?
Sure.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
All right, Lowell Stacks. He's the one that got the Hinoki made for me. Well, not made for me. He's the one that got it made, I think. And then K Thrizzy did the video. I'm sure you guys saw the YouTube video.
Nice.
But yeah, let's rate him, dude.
Yeah, I've seen him. He's shown up on my recommended channels. I think he's on the recommended channels right now.
He's new. He just actually started streaming like 2-3 weeks ago now.
Mhm.
There you go. Let's blast him with some follows. Hit him up. Hey, what are we saying?
Well, he's building a nice board. KFE Sakura. What should we say? I don't want to hit him with the standard. Show me your keyboard. I want to switch it up. Oh, show me Kaz, because he has a Kaz TKL.
Ooh.
This is a prototype. Copy it, boys.
So let's blast him. Show me Kaz. So Stash again. There it is. Thank you for showing up. Thank you guys. Check him out Sundays. I'm telling you, Sundays. It's a good stream. I usually throw it on whenever I'm playing a game or something. Just watch the build, enjoy it. Thank you. And Osiris, dude, happy fucking birthday.
Happy motherfucking birthday, brother.
Thank you all. Appreciate it. We will see you. Well, I'll be around in chat on Saturday, but Chewy will be here at 2 p.m. Central. So come hang out, watch him build a JO1, and watch Stash tomorrow. Twitch.tv/StashBuildsBoards. Again, thank you, and we'll see you next week.
Buy a Switch tester.